Hi guys, whenever you see these three amazing plants, just know that something good is going to happen. We have little cubes of seedless tomatoes here. We have some ginger, just 3 cloves of ginger, and we have some shallots. So just just guess what's going to happen. Something good is going to happen. The other day I visited my sister's house, and to my surprise, she prepared something good which I had never eaten before. So today I just want to share with you what we are going to do with these ingredients. We have tomato, we have garlic, and we have some shallots. Now I just want to finish preparing the garlic and then the shallots, and then we see what is this surprise. Something good is going to happen today in the Mary's easy recipes. So we're now going to chop the garlic and then wait for this good thing to happen. So I've already prepared the garlic. So the rule with garlic is you chop the garlic and let it breathe for some minutes, for some seconds or minutes before you actually use the garlic. So we are preparing the garlic beforehand, before showing this something good is gonna happen today. So let's wait and see what this surprise is all about. So we need to prepare our ingredients. This is garlic, as I've already said, which is really good, versatile, and very good for most recipes. So something good is gonna happen today. Something good and some surprises on the way. So there goes our garlic there. There goes our garlic. And this something good won't work well without this. Look at that. These are just the shallow. So they've been washed properly to remove all the sand particles. So something good is going to happen in the Mary's easy recipes. Let's wait and see what's this good thing gonna happen today. So in the meantime, we line our ingredients and we do the chopping of the shallots. Something good, something easy is going to happen today. Soon you'll know. Just come with me as we discover this hidden gem. I can call it a hidden gem, although it's not gold, but it's a hidden gem. Let's see what this hidden gem is. This hidden gem which I'm going to talk about, which I'm going to prepare, is now believed to be a very nutritious food, and it is believed to be rich in iron and rich in zinc and vitamin A. So it's something good. Something good is on the way. So we have prepared our shallot, waiting for this good thing to happen. Oh, we are nearly there. Don't worry about time. We'll soon get there. As I show you this something good which is gonna happen today. So we've prepared our 3 ingredients. We've prepared the shallot, the tomato, and the garlic. So let's go on and see what is this good thing is gonna happen today. Something good, a surprise. You'll see now. We're about to get to the surprise. We're about to get to the surprise. Now, I have the big surprise reveal. Look at this. This is the big surprise reveal. Look at this plant. Whoa, look at this amazing plant. Look at it. So this plant is known as the broad bean. So this is the surprise we have today. Allah, the surprise is here. This is the broad bean plant. And, the big surprise is that even me, I didn't know that you can eat broad bean leaves. So it's only about a couple of days ago, I became aware that broad bean leaves are edible. They are edible when they are young and tender. And which part should we eat? It is said that the top part of the broad bean, so this top part here of this broad bean is the one which is edible. So what we do is we just pluck. Look at that. This is the broad bean plant. I've just placed it in this container. So what happens is that we need the tender leaves of the broad bean. So what happens is that we pluck the tops, so it's the tips or the top. The tips of the broad bean is the one which we pluck, because even if I feel them now, they are really tender leaves here. So we are not going to put them to waste, because when this plant, produces the pods will come along the stem here, along here. There will be the pods and the flowers along here. So we don't want the tips to go to waste. So what you do is that you just pluck. These are very tender. Even this one is tender. So you just pluck the tip here. You just pluck this tip. Oh, there you go. It doesn't damage the plant really. So this is the tip of the broad bean leaves. So you pluck off the tip of the broad bean leaves, and then there you go. You go on with your recipe. So this is edible. We can either after plucking, of course, we wash the leaves thoroughly, because sometimes the slugs and snails, they love to give this a bite. So we need to wash thoroughly. Even ants, they love to come and have this juicy broad bean leaf. So what we do is we wash thoroughly, and we can always cook this like spinach. We lightly cook the broad bean leaves. It's really yummy, because I tasted it the other day when I visited my sister. So I was really amazed, and I said to myself, oh, one day I need to cook. I need to try this, these broad bean leaves. So here we go. Today is the day of cooking the broad bean leaves. So how do we go on with this? After washing, it is also said that they can be used in salads. Imagine that, these tender leaves. They are so tender. You can use them in salad. So that means you can eat them raw. So you can either eat these raw, or you can just fry them quickly, lightly cooked, and then enjoy. So I have already prepared, washed some of these leaves. So this plant, I'm not going to waste it away. It's going back to the soil. I know it will do good. So our plant will go back to the soil, to a planter. Now, as I've said, we have already washed some leaves of the broad bean. So let me now show you what we have done. The leaves have been already washed. Let me show you. These are the already washed leaves. I was just trying to make them drain the water, excess water. So here we go. We have a bunch. We have quite an amount of the broad bean leaves. So I'll just drain the water. You just press like this and drain the water. Now we are going to go on with our recipe. So this is broad bean leaves. So just drain the water after thoroughly washing. You know what I did before I washed them? I soaked them in salt water. This is another way of trying to get rid of the tiny, particles like at the ends, the aphids, and so on. So I soaked them in salt water, then drained the water, or washed them under cold running water. There, here we go. Now we are ready to cook. So our leaves are ready for cooking. So these are the broad bean leaves. So the surprise is no longer a surprise. So the aim today is to prepare a dish of broad bean leaves. We are going to prepare a dish of our broad bean leaves. So now the first thing we do, now that our leaves are ready to be cooked, we are going to heat some olive oil slightly. Remember, we're not going to heat the olive oil until it smokes. No, we just heat it moderately. So we are going to prepare the broad bean leaves. So from the broad bean, you can enjoy the beans themselves. You can enjoy the leaves like we are doing today. So come with me as we prepare this exclusive meal of the broad bean leaves. So our oil doesn't take long. So immediately what we need to do is just to squeeze in some salt, some Himalaya. Squeeze in some Himalaya salt. There you go. Then we throw in our garlic. Throw in the garlic. That's good, fantastic. And throw in the shallots. Throw in the shallots. And then just give them a turn, a slight turn. Give this a slight turn. Without wasting any more time, we are going to add our broad bean leaves. We add our broad bean leaves. There you go. Adding the broad bean leaves. They are really tender and we don't want to waste any. So we add our broad bean leaves. So what is going on now? Let's see. Just turn them over. Turn them over. We cook this broad bean leaves like spinach. We just turn them over. We have already put some garnish, some salt, and the flavor is really amazing. What a wonder. What a wonder. Wow, look at that. Scrumptious. So just turn them until they look tired. They will look tired and they will give up the color and they turn to a deep color which we are looking for. Just a few minutes, they will be done. Just a few minutes. Everything will be done. Just a few minutes. We want them to break down like spinach. They are breaking down like spinach. This is what we are looking for. Our leaves are breaking down. They are already reducing in bulkiness. They are no longer bulk. Wow, this is amazing. Wow. Look at that. This is our broad bean leaves cooking. Broad bean leaves cooking. Now, we need to give this broad bean a bit of color, so we add some seedless tomato. Just give them color, you know. Give the broad bean leaves some color. We all love color. We all love color. Look at that. We all love this color. Amazing color. Look at that. We all love color. So it's cooking now. Look at that. We all love the color, the green and the tomato color. Look at that. We love the color. So please, everyone who is watching, I'm really thankful for the subscribers, but I also need more subscribers. So can you please subscribe to the channel? I'll be thankful for that. Please do subscribe as we continue to cook our broad bean leaves. Wow, amazing recipe. Look at that. Look at that. The broad bean leaves are succumbing to the heat and they're just folding away. Wow, amazing. So before we go to the final stage, we are going to squeeze in some black peppercorns. Just to squeeze in and shake them in. Shake the black peppercorns. Shake the black peppercorns in here. We squeeze in the black peppercorns, these ones, just to give it a bit of flavor. Wow, this is amazing. We want the tomato to cook a bit, so what we can do, we can just simmer for just a few minutes as we prepare to dish. So we put a little amount of water. The amount of water will help the tomato to cook. So just pour in a little amount of water and put the leading up. So please do remember that you need to subscribe to the channel. And now we are about to dish the broad bean leaves and give that a taste. Dishing time and then give it a taste. So just before we dish, you can always squeeze a lemon, or you can squeeze in some balsamic vinegar. Just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. A little bit of balsamic vinegar. That's all we need. So now we give it just a little stir. Wow, this is looking scrumptious. This is looking scrumptious. So there goes our broad bean leaves. There goes our broad bean leaves. Now it's going to be tasting time. We are going to taste the leaves. Tasting time. They have really cooked. So let's taste these leaves. There you go. Tasting time. Tasting time. Wow. They just taste delicious. It's like they have a little bit of bitterness in them, but the balsamic vinegar is just calmed the leaves down, and they taste so delicious. Who would want to miss such a vegetable loaded with zinc and some vitamins? Wow, this is really a good vegetable. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks everybody for watching.